Hey guys, welcome back. Today, what we're going to show you with all this coronavirus and all this people hoarding toilet paper and just going absolutely crazy, the shelves are emptying. So what we're going to show you is a quick, easy way to make a loaf of homemade bread. Lindy's got some chicken and noodles in the crock pot we're going to eat tonight, and so she's going to whip up some bread. The first step to this is what we're going to do here.
First we're going to, I have a cup of warm water. It's got to be warm, not hot. And
1 cup of warm water.
Yep. Put it in.
So we got a cup of warm water in the bowl here. Then we're going to add
2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. And then you need 2 tablespoons of yeast. This is the Rapid Rise instant yeast, and this is about 2 1/4 teaspoons in this. So I'm gonna almost empty out the entire packet. And we're gonna let that sit for 10 minutes.
There you have it. So on this first step, all you do is add a cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, correct?
White sugar.
White sugar, and then almost a full packet of this instant yeast.
2
and
tablespoons.
it's 3/4 of an ounce. So how much?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons if you got a measuring cup. And then you're gonna let that set for 10 minutes. All right, timer just beeped. It's time to add the rest of the stuff. What else we got to add?
And we're gonna do 1/4 cup of oil.
Crisco. Or any kind of vegetable oil.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So 1/4 cup. Poured it in.
Okay. We're gonna do our flour, just all-purpose flour. We're gonna start off with 2 1/2 cups, and we can add in more later if we need.
One.
Oops.
2. And 1/2.
Okay, and then our last thing is salt. We're just doing 1 teaspoon of salt.
All right, so there you have it. It's, very few ingredients. We got vegetable oil, salt, flour, yeast, sugar,
Water.
So really 5 ingredients, not counting water.
Very inexpensive.
Very inexpensive.
Very easy.
You don't need a KitchenAid to do it. We have one, but you could do it with just normal, beaters.
You just have to, knead it yourself with this. You don't have to knead.
So, yeah, you don't have to knead yourself. So, we're going to get this mixing up, right?
Yes, we're going to mix it until it forms a dough ball. And if it's too sticky, we'll add in more flour.
All righty, let's get her turning. Okay, we got it kneaded. Is that what you call it?
Sure.
Or what? I mean, we got it beat up. That's what I'm gonna call it. We got it mixed. Okay. Now you can see what it looks like in here. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna cover it with like some foil or some.
No, just a towel.
Nope. We're gonna cover it with a towel now, and
In a warm place.
In a warm place.
For an hour and a half.
For an hour and a half.
And let it double in size.
So yeah, it's gonna go from that little
I'm
ball.
gonna put it by the crock pot because it's nice and warm. So it should do good right there. That's what I usually do.
There you have it.
Do you want to show them what's in the crock pot?
Yeah, you guys want to see what's in the crock pot? All right.
This is another cheap, quick, easy meal that I like to make because it makes a lot of food and then we can have leftovers for a few days afterwards. It's chicken and noodles and my kids love it. It is, you put your chicken breasts in your crock pot and then I do a 48 ounce of chicken broth and then a family size cream chicken and then a stick of butter, and you just put all that in your crock pot for 4 hours. This has been in here for 2 hours now. So after 4 hours,
It smells pretty good.
After 4 hours, I'll shred the chicken and then we'll put in the noodles and let it cook for another hour and then it'll be ready.
All right, guys, there you have it. We're gonna wait an hour and a half now. We got the bowl of dough rising next to the crock pot, so it's putting off the heat that is needed to make it rise. So we'll catch you guys in an hour and a half. All righty. Well, it's been about an hour and a half, maybe a few minutes past. We're gonna take a look at this and see if it rose any. Yeah, it is. It doubled at least. Do you remember at the beginning you could see the sides of the pan and down around the bottom, and now this pan's halfway full now. So yeah. So what are we gonna do now?
All right, I'm gonna grease my loaf pan.
Grease the loaf pan.
Then we're going to take our dough and we're gonna put it in here and just shape it into a loaf. We're going to shape it into a loaf, and then we're going to let it rise for another 30 minutes until it gets to the right size. And make sure your oven is preheated to 350 degrees.
350. Now, are we going to heat this so the oven's preheating and we just got it on top of the oven so that the heat from the stove can help it rise?
Yep.
All righty. What do we got in here?
Green beans.
Little
and
green
bacon.
beans and bacon to go with them chicken and noodles.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be mashed potatoes.
Ooh, all right. So right now, I think the chicken's done, and we're gonna shred it up, and let this. So we don't cover this bread, right? We just leave it open.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that.
All righty.
Oops. I'm just doing what I normally do. Okay. Stick all of that back in here. This other one. Whoa.
All right, we got the chicken all minced up, or whatever you want to call it. Shredded. We got the chicken all shredded up. Now
That is why I cook and you don't.
Now we're going to add these
Egg noodles.
egg noodles.
Obviously, you can make them homemade,
You can make them homemade.
but this is easy.
You can get your preference on whatever kind of noodles you like. We like these ones. This is the kind you typically use this. So we're going to add those in.
Okay.
All right, now we'll let this cook for
An hour.
about an hour longer. So we're
We'll
gonna
set for 30 minutes and then we'll put it in the oven for another 30 minutes.
all right, so an hour on this and about an hour on that, it'll be ready. So the timing is coming together perfect. We'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, folks, well, it's been 30 minutes, and while you guys have been away, me and Hallie went and got a few wild onions out of the yard. They grow pretty well in the backyard. Got them all cleaned up here. But it's been 30 minutes, so what are we gonna do?
Put it in the oven.
Put it in the oven. So that means 30 minutes till the noodles are done. And I'll switch this camera around, let you guys take a look at this bread before we put it in. There you have it, folks. You can see it's about even with the pan, the top of the pan. So we're gonna slide her in.
Set a timer so I don't forget.
How long is it gonna cook? 30 minutes. Got our taters in there.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea, gotta have the tea.
Getting close.
Oh goodness.
It's done.
Sister, what you been doing today?
Just hanging out.
I didn't even know he was hungry. No, he ate the bread.
All right, guys, you just saw the bread come out of the oven. Put some butter on it. Actually, we've already ate a lot of it. We had the family over, so we didn't video a lot of the, extras on it. But let me tell you, it was so good. This is all we got left. I'll show you this. That's all we got left out of that whole loaf. But as you've seen, it's super easy to make. 5 ingredients plus water, so 6. Lenny's over here laughing at me because I said you seen instead of you saw, right?
Hey, I'm a teacher.
She always gets on
I'm
me
a
like,
teacher.
you sound...
I'm trying to help you.
So you saw... So it takes 5 ingredients. What was it? Sugar, flour, yeast, salt, water. And there's one oil. So those 6 ingredients. A lot of you guys probably have those in your cabinets already. So in case supermarkets are flooded, everybody's taking all the bread, they're taking all the toilet paper, they're taking everything. If you have those 5 ingredients, you can make bread. And it is super good.
Super easy.
A lot better than anything you'll buy at the store. So if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet at Morehead Homestead, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. And click that notification bell. From everybody here at Morehead Homestead, thank you.
Good night.
Good night.